here's the entrance to the room. You go down these stairs, and this is where I keep my figures. So on this side we have retro collection figures, and at the top we have Black Series. On the other side we have 3 3/4 scale figures. On the walls below the figures, we also have some posters and signs. There was some helmets, and this is the main room.
I'll start over here. Okay.
So we have some helmets here, and at the top we have some statues. And we also have an MTT and a clone turbo tank.
Talk louder.
There, underneath that is a Jabba the Hutt sail barge. With the skiffs and Sarlacc pit that my dad made. Here are 2 AT-ACTs on a stand with palm trees. We made this. And there's an AT-AT with getting tripped by a snow speeder. And here's part of my figure collection. We keep them on this wall here, near the entrance on these stairs. And on this wall, I have some posters and signs and pictures and stuff like that. And this is a cool sign I got, and that's Boba Fett's gun, and it was signed by the person that played Boba Fett. I'm going to show off this wall here first. I keep a lot of my Clone Trooper related things here. At the top, these statues were made by my dad. There's Rex, Cody with the Palpatine hologram, and then we have Gree. Underneath that, we have some bigger figures. There's Yoda and some also.
No, not big figures.
I said bigger figures. Because those are bigger than like the ones over there.
Oh, you mean yeah? Well, they're hot toys, right?
Yeah. And this is a Wolf Plant Clone Trooper with a jetpack. My dad also made me that. And here we have a really cool battle droid display.
Those are 12-inch, right?
Yes. And then there are 2 speeder bikes. My dad also made me those. And there's a Scout Trooper and
The Bosk.
There's a Death Trooper, which my dad also made for me. And
we'll show off that Rex better. The Hot Toys Cody that just came out.
oh yeah.
He was a pain to pose.
I forgot about him. He really was a pain. But he does look really cool. And there's a bust of the Emperor that my dad also made me. And there's a Death Star thing. And below that is a Vader helmet, like little display thing.
We'll let the top shelf for her.
Oh yeah, we have some statues up there. And there's an MTT and a turbo tank. Those are really cool and very big. Underneath that, we have some helmets. There's the armor from the Mandalorian's helmet, a Incinerator Trooper from the Mandalorian's helmet, a Shadow Trooper helmet, and also a Shock Trooper helmet.
The sail barge.
Yeah, this was a Haslam project. We put all these figures in here to try to make it look really cool. And below that, my dad made me the Sarlacc pit with these skiffs where we tried to recreate the scene.
You want to show off inside?
Oh yeah, and here there's some characters that were on the sail barge, even though some of them you didn't really get to see too much in the movies. There's R2 and some other droids, and there's a lot of Jawas in there. And up top we have some guys on those turrets.
You were Jawa up there, huh?
Yeah. And back there, that's that guy. I forgot his name, but he's the weird guy that sticks his tongue out. And here's the room where Jabba's in. There's the dancers, and C-3PO's in there.
Boba.
Boba's back there.
I can't
Leia.
see her.
Some other characters that were on the sail barge.
It's packed in there.
Yeah. Bib Fortuna is in that room as well.
You gonna show off this Sarlacc pit?
Yeah. So the Sarlacc's mouth is actually removable because it was originally just supposed to be a pit with spikes. So you could have it both ways depending on which way I want it to be. And above that we have there's the skiffs, and there's a bunch of figures on those. There's Luke
Preparing.
Yeah, preparing to jump. Even though R2 kind of saves the day.
What's it?
Oh yeah, this is the AT-ACT stand we made. This was really fun to make.
Scarif, right?
Yeah, Scarif, and we put a lot of palm trees on and some other bushes and things to make it look like the round of a planet. And behind that, there's a bigger statue, an AT-AT, and the ground was made by me and my dad, and above that is a snow, well, around
The snow speeder's wrapping it up.
Yep.
Here's a better view of the...
Yeah, there's the battle droids. There's a Hot Toys Leia on that speeder bike, and also the Hot Toys Wicket.
Luke's coming, right? Luke's coming with it.
We ordered him, and
We're going to do a new display for that, too.
yeah, I think we're going to do another video. And here's one of my favorite parts of the collection, the Scarif scene that I set up. My dad made me these palm trees, and I think it looks really cool. It was really fun to set up.
Is that it for that one?
I think so.
Let's see if I can get a good view of it.
So this is the next section that we'll be showing off. There's the sandcrawler that my dad made me, and I put a bunch of Jawas and droids in front of it, and I think it looks really cool and kind of like the movie. It wasn't supposed to be too much like the movie, though. And below that, there's just a little scene with a bunch of clones and battle droids.
It's, the sandcrawler's 4 feet long. Made out of plastic.
Yeah, below that, this is what I was talking about. There's a AAT with a tactical droid inside. I liked setting up this scene. It was really fun. And there's an AT-AP, I think that was. Inside the sandcrawler, there's some Jawas. You can't really see it right now, but you can actually remove the top and see the cockpit with all the Jawas sitting in there. I don't think they've ever shown the inside of the sandcrawler.
Yeah,
cockpit.
Mandalorian.
I was going to say besides Mando.
Here's Jango
Yeah.
with his
there's
Slave
a
1.
Jango and then a Slave 1. You can also see some X-Wings. We'll show those more in a minute. Or a second.
Those I didn't make. They're custom paint.
Yeah.
We painted those.
Yeah, they're just painted to look worn. And
Here's the new Target Falcon that came out.
yeah, that's really cool. There's a lot of stuff inside that. And in front of it, there's Han, Chewie, and Luke. They're
They're going to hit their heads.
Yeah.
You want to show off your carbon?
Yeah. So this is the new carbon freezing chamber, and I put a bunch of figures on it. It's not full yet. there's gonna be a new vintage Cloud City Leia coming out, and there's still a Lando that I need to
And we're gonna
put
make the
in.
claw. We're gonna make the claw coming down from right there,
Yeah, and then
just to make it a little more accurate.
yeah. But this wasn't custom made, but my dad did put some lights under here to make it look like it's glowing, which it does look like in the movies.
Gonna show off up here.
Yeah, so here's
A sentry gun we made.
yeah, and
Leia's pistol.
underneath that there is the Yak Face figure, which came with the sail barge. That one's very rare and expensive. And here's a giant Jabba the Hutt that my dad made me out of clay.
That was one of the first things we made.
Yeah. And next to that there's
A couple helmets.
yeah, and
Luke's helmet, Poe's helmet.
Poe's
A
helmet.
crate display we set up.
Yeah, next to the Falcon kind of. And
Got
then,
some guns.
yeah, blasters.
Death Trooper guns. Oh, clone helmets.
Yeah, above that we have a bunch of clone helmets. We have a regular one, Bly's helmet, a Wolfpack clone trooper helmet, Commander Wolf's helmet, a camouflage trooper helmet, and then we also have a Bomb Squad trooper helmet from Clone Wars. And at the end we have another one of the troopers that are in Bly's battalion.
Oh, what about your Hoth scene?
Oh yeah, under here, this is one of these other like scene displays with my figures. This one is Hoth, which is really cool, I think. There's a bunch of things. The big ion cannon thing that they used to shoot at the Star Destroyer, my dad made that. And there's like a bunch of trenches like in the movie. And back there's a Wampa with a snowtrooper. And there's a guy riding a tauntaun. We also put some range troopers on here from Solo because I think they fit it and they look really cool. And there's some crushed snow speeders. And then we have two huge AT-ATs, which are really big. And they can open up and there's the cockpit. And you can see the cockpit. So here's a life-size Jango Fett. This is one of the first things also. And next to him, there's also this huge Star Destroyer that my dad made me. It's really big. And it's very cool as well. Very detailed.
I think that's like 5 feet long.
Yeah. And then behind that, we have this huge custom-made Death Star playset thing that my dad also made. I mean, it's huge, and we put some TIE fighters and other ships in there. Down at the bottom, there's a few walkers also. Up here is the Emperor's throne room. Sometimes I put up scenes like when Luke was fighting Vader, but sometimes I take it down. And below that, there's just this little room with Vader choking the guy. Kind of like in A New Hope, but they're not sitting at the table in this. And there's just...
Oh, you got a space trooper back there, huh?
Oh yeah, Dark Troopers. Well, those are the old Dark Troopers. And there's Krennic with his Death Troopers on the bridge. And up there's a bunch of guys on these little catwalk things that are sticking in.
Show us this.
Oh yeah, this is just another level. That's a thing I set up. It's kind of funny, the cantina. And over here, this is that scene where Vader was on his like chair thing where it puts on his helmet, and there's an Imperial officer in there. There's a lot of rooms and hallways. Not too many scenes for the movies. There's a bunch of TIE pilots there. And there's some rebel prisoners. And there is the prison with a bunch of stormtroopers guarding it.
Oh, that's...
Oh yeah, here's the trash compactor, which is one of the things in the Death Star that we try to make look like the movies. The rest of this is kind of just a big display.
Is there a clone gun in there?
Yeah, I put like random Easter eggs in there. And then there's just a lot of hallways, and this is the big hair area below the bridge where Krennic is. Down here, there's some ships and TIE fighters, and
First Order stuff.
yeah, this is the First Order section, kind of like Starkiller Base. There's a Boba Fett Slave 1.
Oh yeah, show off the Defender.
Oh yeah, this is the TIE Defender that my dad made me. It's really cool and really big. And behind it, there's the AT-ST Raider from the Mandalorian.
Oh, you want to show off the the big TIE fighter?
Oh yeah, that's a huge Black Series TIE Fighter, First Order TIE Fighter.
You got Maul.
Yeah, and then this is a life-size Darth Maul, which is really cool. And behind there, there's a Death Trooper and Shore Trooper helmet, kind of Rogue One themed, because they were both in Rogue One. So here's one of 2 life-size Yoda statues, which is really awesome. And did you know that I have like 24 life-size?
28.
Oh, 28, my mistake.
And you'll show them off all in this video, huh?
Yeah, all of them. And up there, there's Boba Fett's prototype helmet and also a Mandalorian helmet, or Mandalorian Super Commandos. Up here, there's the First Order Riot Baton, and some Clone Trooper helmets were above it. And
Scuba Trooper.
yeah, Scuba Troopers from Clone Wars War. Those were also made by my dad. Or they were regular clone helmets, but then they were just modified to make them look like Rex and Cody.
So Endor.
Oh yeah, Endor. So these redwood trees and Ewok houses were all made by my dad. I helped a teeny bit. And there's a huge battle going on with AT-STs, Stormtroopers, Ewoks, Rebels.
Can't get a good view of it.
Yeah. There's a lot of things going on here. There's some Ewoks and some Stormtroopers.
Some dead Ewoks, huh?
Oh yeah. Well, I want to make it feel like it's an actual battle. I set up most of these scenes, and then some of the other things my dad helped me with, like some of the statues and figures posing and stuff, like those Hot Toys that were up there. This Endor thing is really big, and the trees are huge.
There we go. Maybe that'll be a better view.
Yeah, there's some stormtroopers. There's not that many stormtroopers actually in the trees and the bridges. They're kind of just starting to get up there. I think there's only one up there, and then the rest are on the ground fighting. Han is in there, C-3PO, Leia was back here looking down at the Imperial drop site because there's Imperial officers and they're kind of dropping off the walkers from there. And here's this really cool Darth Vader table kind of thing. There's like this huge figure of Vader. It's awesome.
It's Hot Toys, right?
Oh yeah, but it's bigger than some of the other ones.
Yeah, it's the premium format, I think they call
Yeah,
it.
it's really big and it's awesome. The helmet that was near the Emperor bust is from that, and here's a life-size Vader helmet, which I think is displayed really cool looking, because you can see the inside of it, and it's open.
The melted helmet.
Oh yeah, here's the melted helmet from The Force Awakens that Vader wore. My dad actually burnt this to make it look like that, and then I think we also did some extra paint work. So at the top here we have a First Order display. There's a lot of First Order Hot Toys. They're all really cool. There's some Stormtroopers, Flame Troopers, Executioner Troopers from The Last Jedi. I'm pretty sure that's the one they ordered. And there's also a Sith Trooper and a Sith Jet Trooper. There's also the Sith Trooper helmet, which is really cool. Behind them, there's some statue figure kind of things. There's a bunch of Praetorian Guards and Kylo.
Lightsabers.
Oh yeah, down here we have some lightsabers. There's Luke's Return of the Jedi lightsaber. Below it is Vader's, which is really cool. They're all really cool. And here's Count Dooku's. Above that is Mace Windu's, which is, I really like that lightsaber.
There we go. Good view of it.
And over here, this is Yoda's lightsaber, which is kind of cool because it's small. And there's Anakin's lightsaber. Well, not just Anakin's. It's kind of been, everyone has it. And there's Emperor's lightsaber, which I like that one too. And there's Kylo's saber. So back here, there's a bunch of Hot Toys below that. They're really cool. There's Mando. That Boba Fett is the Mythos Boba.
Sideshow, right?
Oh yeah, sideshow.
Mando with child.
Yeah, and that child is really cool. That the actual crib and the child himself, Grogu, is
It's a Christmas ornament.
yeah, it's like a Christmas ornament, and then we put it on. And there's a remnant stormtrooper with a incinerator trooper. And here's one of the really coolest ones. That's solo Darth Maul, which is really, really cool and detailed, especially the robot in play. Behind there is also some figures and things in boxes. And there's the Emperor, which is also really cool. I like that one. And, I like all of them. And there's Krennic with his Death Troopers, which look really cool. And there's a statue of Boba. That one's not Hot Toys. It's just a statue. And then there's a huge Black Series snow speeder. But next to that, there's this display with an ant foot with Luke on it. And here's my Mandalorian kind of display. It's not finished yet. I think there's a few more things I want to change and add it to it. But I really like this one.
Manda's hiding.
That's how they were on the show.
Yeah, no, it looks good.
We actually custom made that wall for the scene. And here's some statue figure kind of things. There's R2, C-3PO with his red arm, and there's Leia. Below
ATOT?
Yeah, this is something my dad made for me. This huge ATOT with a bunch of clone troopers inside of it. I think that's where we keep our Phase 1 clean clone troopers, the ones that don't really have any colors and markings on them from different battalions. And so here's my life-size battle droid that my dad made me. This is also one of the first ones. I think this might have been the first life-size. Either this, Jango, or Maul. But anyways, that's really awesome. So that's it for this room, and next I'm going to take you up to my life-size collection where I have the 28 life-size statues.
Make it a view from back here.
This is my life-size room where I have a bunch of life-size statues. First, I'm going to show you this wall. first up is a Stormtrooper that my dad made me for Christmas last year. Next to him is Vader. This is a really cool statue.
Boba.
Oh yeah, next to him is Boba. My dad made most of it besides the helmet.
Jawas.
Yep, up here's we have 2 Jawas. These are really cool, and my dad and me also made these. Next to them is Han and Carbonite, which was really cool, and I remember making it, and it was really fun.
Grievous.
Yep, next to Han is Grievous. This is my favorite Star Wars character. He's really cool. It used to be just the head, but then we changed it and we made the body and we put the head on top.
He's 7'1".
Really?
Yep. What about Wicket?
Oh yeah, here's Wicket.
It's pretty dark.
Yeah, but you can. But this is really cool. We made it. He's really cute, and I really like that one. He's really adorable. Next to him is BB-8. This is kind of the small guy section, and there's Dio, which is a really cool droid that I like. From Rise of Skywalker.
Kylo.
Yep, back here is Kylo. His lightsaber turns on, as you can see. Next to him is an AT-AT pilot. They're really cool. I like them.
Yoda we didn't make.
Yeah, we didn't make Yoda. Basically, all the rest we didn't make.
We didn't make?
No, we did, I said. And then there's that Yoda's really cool.
Here's a TIE pilot we made.
Yeah, we made that. I really like that TIE pilot. Well, I really like all of them.
Here's my favorite, the Darth Maul from Clone Wars. What season was it? Where you got the robot legs?
I think it was season... I forgot. Season...
5?
No. Season
3? I don't know.
4, I think, maybe. 4 or 5, one of those. But he's really cool. This is our second life-size Darth Maul. As you saw, there was another one down.
People are afraid of them when they come in.
Yeah, they are. I think he's really cool.
Yeah, his legs came out cool.
Yeah, those are really
You can't really... It's so dark in here, though.
His legs look like dinosaurs, that they're like bent back.
Yeah. The Mando wall.
Yeah, this is the Mando section. Even though, and there's IG, there's Mando himself with the Beskar spear, which we made recently, and there's Baby Yoda, or Grogu. And we made the crib thing, and he was like that, and then we just modified him to look more realistic.
Mando's holding his rifle. Can't really tell.
Yeah.
Here's a gonk droid we made.
Yeah, I remember making this. That's really cool. That gonk droid. It was really fun to make too.
Get a better view of this wall. Is Ahsoka your newest one?
Yes.
We made this Ahsoka. We made all these but Yoda we made.
And
And the sideshow Baby Yoda.
The sideshow Baby Yoda Grogu, the child.
Ahsoka's one of my favorite ones that we made too.
Yeah, I think she's really cool. Isn't she the first girl?
Yep, first girl.
Almost like one of the droids is, but they don't really say in the movies.
There's a better view of that wall.
Yeah, and
Let's see if I can get a better view of that wall.
here's C-3PO. He looks really cool, and he's next to R2.
We made R2. We're gonna get him working where he's gonna be a.
Yeah, he's gonna light up, and he's gonna be able to drive.
He lights up now. It's just it'll be blinding in this room.
Yeah, it's pretty bright. His lights. And up here we have a shelf with small guys. There's BD-1 from Jedi Fallen Order, and next to him is Babu Frik from the new movie The Rise of Skywalker.
He talks too, right?
Yeah, he does.
Yep, Droid is ready.
He's really funny. I think.
Droid, remember to go black.
And then here's the second life size that my dad didn't make. Grogu, the sideshow one. He's really cool.
Got some
And,
calamari flan.
yeah, there's calamari flan and Beskar. The Beskar is the one that they make Mandalorian out of, and then the calamari flan they don't really say too much about. They just kind of have it. And that is it for the life-size room. Also, we will be making some more. We're going to have a life-size Chewie eventually. So check back sometime if you want to see if we've done it yet. And also the room with all the figures, the museum room, we will also add to and modify and change.